Good morning, guys. Today we'll be starting off with the password hacking. Before that, yesterday I was not able to show you that browsing of the website of Tor. You can see here. The issue was the Tor browser need to be updated. So once I updated the browser, you can see here. This is my website, what we have hosted. This was a host name, and now I'm able to access using Tor. And you can see here, I'm accessing from the main computer now. This is my main computer from where I'm accessing. You can see here, it has gone all around the world. Both computers are together. It has gone all around the world to access that particular server. So this gives you a very clear idea that machines can be next to next machines are available, but still the data goes to the whole world, means all around the internet and try to get it. So this is the reason why everybody use Tor browser, guys. This is the main reason why everybody is using Tor browser. So now we'll start our discussion on the system hacking. That is nothing but your password hacking, guys. So in password hacking, yesterday we discussed that what are the different ways via which somebody can get inside your computers. So we have seen multiple ways. So how somebody can break your password or recover the stored password or somebody can capture your password. This is we need to discuss. In one very simple example, yesterday we have discussed the first three of them, guys. Guessing, shoulder surfing, social engineering. These are the very basic thing which everybody works for it. Today we are going to discuss other ones here. So when we have discussed guessing, different combinations you're going to try. You're going to try different combination based upon information gathering. So try to understand when you do food printing, using that food printing information, somebody can crack your password also. So food printing is not only for vulnerabilities and other things. Food printing can also be used for guessing of your password. Yesterday on the Telegram, I'd share you that particular video. So the link on which it is available, you can have seen the video that how somebody can guess the password of somebody if he has knowledge about that particular person. We have also seen shoulder surfing, that somebody is behind you, standing behind you. He can capture your details. Nowadays, in the latest one, when you talk about the latest, everybody talks about what? Camera hacking. So using camera hacking, somebody can see what is your password. Using sound of the keys, somebody can get your password also. There is another way somebody can do the password hacking, guys. So now, okay. So now we are going to talk about what, guys? Yesterday, I've shown you the example of social engineering, how you are getting a calls and somebody can get your passwords or conversation or information about you. So you need to be very careful about the frauds which are happening over the phones nowadays, because most of the time they say it is a correct person. You assume it is a correct person, but technically it's a fraud guy, somebody who's been connected to it in that case. So now, one very simple example, guys. Today we'll be talking about, as we discussed yesterday, Windows password. How somebody can go for Windows passwords. Now, in Windows password, we discussed yesterday that they have been stored in SAM file. I've given you the location of the file, guys. C colon Windows System 32 config. When you say config here, this is a file location in which this file is important, where all the users are available, guys. So here, this is a default location where on every Windows machine, your all username and passwords have been stored. But by default, all your passwords are in hash format, guys. So yesterday I had shown you what do you mean by hash. Hash is one-way mathematical function. Means what? You give them the input. Suppose my input is yes. So you'll get some output. Suppose you got this output. From this output, I cannot get back the input back, guys. Reversing is not possible in hash. Encryption, you can do decryption. If you take an example of ransomware, they work on encryption and decryption mechanism. But hashing is only one way. From this output, I cannot get to know what is my original data, guys. That is what we need to try. Try on it, that how exactly is going to work. So now, our case, in our today's discussion, what we are going to do, guys, is what are the ways I can do to get inside the Windows machine? There are many ways. So there are three things we can do, guys. The first way is resetting Windows password. I can reset the Windows password without administrative privileges. I can do it. Second, bypass password. You can do bypassing of Windows password. That is also possible. And the third option, guys, cracking the Windows password. You can also crack Windows password also. Suppose I want to know what is the password you have set, I can also do that. So this applies to all the Windows, guys. Most of the guys are using Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10. For all Windows, this will be applying, guys, including server Windows operating system also, guys. So when we come to the security part, this will play a very important role that how you are going to secure your servers. So when these things are possible and how you are going to do the prediction, that we are going to discuss in your second module. But for the time being, I'll show you that how it can be possible. For resetting the password, guys, for resetting Windows password, we'll use one tool called as Hiren Boot CD. We'll be using Hiren Boot CD to get inside this particular SAM file, and we are going to reset the password. For bypassing, we are going to use Conboot. And for cracking, we'll be using a tool called as OPH crack. So this different ways via which I can get inside, I can get to know the password and I can work with it. Always this option is the last preferred option, guys. Most of the time we preferred either this, the first one, or second one. So I'll try to show you the first one first, that how somebody can reset your Windows password. Now, somebody may say, if why this Windows password? What can be the good usage of these two things? Why somebody wants to get inside the computer, guys? What can be the reason? Real time scenario. Yes. Selling, no. No, I see why somebody will reset somebody's password. And for this, compulsory, admin has forgotten the password, correct, Mr. Krishna? So very simple thing. What I'm trying to highlight here is it can be issue with the server, many things. But one very simple thing, I'll tell you the regular issues what you may face. Nowadays, everybody is working from home, guys. So company has given their laptops and computers to the users. Now users are setting their own personal password on the computer. Now, whenever the user comes back to office, suppose he's leaving the job, he give the machine laptop back and then he leave away. Now the admin has took the laptop, but user has not given him a password. Now if there is no important data, the particular system guy will directly format the computer and start using the computer. But suppose some important data is there, I want to retrieve the data back, and I'm not able to reach the person who has set the password. Then in that case, I can use this tool for resetting the password. So technically, they are for forgot password reset, but hackers can use it for different purpose, guys. So if you remember from starting, I'm saying what the tools are created for good things, but the bad usage are coming up, guys. So these tools were created for helping the system administrators. And if somebody forgot the password or by mistake, accidentally they set some wrong password, and now they are not able to log in. So for that, these tools have been used. But hackers are also using this to get inside. So hacker will do what? If if I steal your laptop and after stealing, I'm not able to get inside, I'll do these things. I'll get inside and access your data in that case. So first thing, what you should do the protection, guys, make sure your laptop is secure, guys. Physical security. Because if somebody don't steal the laptop, they cannot do this procedure. But for this, physical laptop is required. For this too, physical laptop access is required. Without physical access, they cannot do anything in that case. So now the first one, reset of password. Now for this step, guys, you need to use your VM computer. So you have the VM here. Now in your VM, when you go to my computer, D drive, password hacking, you can see here Windows OS bypass and reset, guys. You have to go there. There is a ISO file of guys. What guys? Can you see here hide and boot CD? You have to copy this file onto the main computer. You have to copy on your main computer that file. So already it's a 700 MB file. I copied on my main computer here. I'd already copied that particular file. This is a file which has been available on my main computer, guys. Okay. So you have seen here, this is a file which is ISO file. I had copied it. Now, first I'll show you there is a password there. Already you know that this VM has a password. I'm trying to log off here. You can see it's the password. If I press enter here, it's not going. Without any password is not going. I typed any wrong password, not going. You already know what is the password available, guys. CyberSec is the password. So in our case, we have set the password, but now I want to enter the computer without password. So for that reason, what we are going to do, guys, is we need to boot via bootable CD or USB, guys. We need to boot the computer via bootable CD or USB. And then what we are going to do, guys, one very simple thing. This file, SAM file, will open this file and will make the user, we know the user, there will be a hash available. So what we are going to do, we make that hash blank. We fill it with a blank space. So we know this is a user, we are going to make the password blank there. So we cannot recover the password because there is a hash file. Reversing is not possible. So what we are going to do it, we'll make it blank here. But as you know that we cannot directly open SAM file. So we'll boot via bootable CD, that hide and boot CD, we'll boot via it. Then we'll go to this location and then we'll able to do this. So the step is like this, guys. On a physical computer, if you want to do it on a physical computer, you need to do what, guys? You need to create a CD of this particular thing. You need to either create a bootable CD or DVD or bootable USB, bootable things. Because how you install a Windows machine, guys, using a bootable CD, the same way, Windows, Linux, any OS you install, the same way, I need to boot via this to work with it. I'll show you on a VM machine because if I do it on a main computer, you cannot see on the screen because I need to restart the computer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do on a Windows machine here. So this is my CyberSec machine. I'll switch off. Now here I don't require to write a CD, guys. So what I'll do on my computer, you can see that there's a CD drive available, guys. You go there. You can say edit machine. Here you need to select here connect on power, guys. You are switching on, and here you need to give what, guys? That's CD ISO file. I'm using a software instead of putting a physical CD. I'm putting here. If you want, you can use a physical drive also, but rare case nowadays, very less guys will be having a CD. I'm directly using a ISO file which simulates a CD, guys. So I'll say okay. Now one important thing, to boot your computer from the CD drive, guys. What do you need to do, guys? See, my computer, when I switch on, it will directly go to the hard disk and it will boot my OS. But now I don't want it should boot from my OS. It should boot from my CD. So I need to do the settings in your bootloader, correct? So your boot order, boot preferences in the BIOS need to be changed. Now in VM also you have a BIOS, guys. To go to Windows BIOS of the VM machine, generally on a laptop you can press delete key, F12, F1. There are different sequences via which you go into the BIOS and change it. For this one, you need to go to select the VM, go to power on to firmware. This is the BIOS of your VM machine, guys. When you select this, you can see it has gone to the BIOS, guys. I'll go to my boot and boot from CD-ROM drive. You need to use plus sign to change the order. So order is my USBs, CD-ROM drives, and then I'm going to put my hard disk. I'll save and exit. So now when you boot up, okay, I think this is another CD what I've used it here. This is the second one what we will be doing it. Okay. So what I'll do is 1 second. Again, I'll switch off. I've used another CD instead of the higher end boot. So I'll select here. I need to select my drive higher end boot CD. All settings are okay. I'll check my power on button. It goes to the same order. Order is correct or not. I'll check here. So now order is okay. Now when I boot up, can you see on the screen, guys? Higher end boot CD. There is an image coming up. So it is giving you one preference here. Here you have an option of something called as offline password changer, guys. Reset Windows password. So you need to select this option, offline password changer. Now see, this is mainly for the reason why, to understand how it happens in background, guys. I'll press enter here. Mhm. Some issue. 1 second. I'll show you on another machine, maybe. It is showing some issue here. I'm trying to check with another machine in that case. I have another Windows XP. I'll try to show on it. It will work on any machine. It should not be a problem. You also have for Windows also, Linux also, as well as Mac also. I'll talk about that. So what I'll do now is 1 second. I'll set one password in this XP machine. You can see that already the password is there here. So what I'll do is I try to give enter here. It is not moving here. I give here, not working. So already this XP is there. You can use Windows 7, Windows 8 also, not a problem. So in this XP also, I'll do the same step, guys. I'll go to my this connected higher end boot CD, and in my VM, I'll say power on to firmware. Is there, but the problem is not connected here. I'll connect my CD. Okay. Let me show it. Getting directly here. Okay, 1 second. I think the path is wrong. So here I've selected some path which is the older path. This location, the path is not available now. I'm going to my D drive. The path is different location. Okay, power on. Yes. So now you can see here it booted up. So I'll boot via offline. I'm only showing you the step. You can do on a Windows 7, Windows 8 machine also. But this is to understand what happens in background. I'll show you the shortcut. Already you know that I always show the shortcut in the last. I'll show you the shortcut. You are not going to use this also. But this is to understand what happens in background. You are going to use it. When I press here, it is booted up now. In that, it was giving some error to do the boot up. That's why I use this. Now, here, the picture is like this. I'll show you because it is a small fonts are there. So I'm pasting on my side here and enhance. I'll try to zoom it. You'll understand what are the questions it is asking, guys. So when you scroll here, guys, you can see the first question. It is asking you what, guys? That select your hard disk. Now, in my case, I only have one hard disk, guys. So you need to press number 1 to start with it. So it is saying 42 GB hard disk is there. You select number 1 to start with your hard disk. So it is a menu based option, guys. So you need to use here number 1. Press number 1. Now, the next question is what, guys? You want to use it? I'll say yes. It will use it. So now it is going to show you automatically because there's only one partition was available, guys. There was one partition, so you have pressed 1 to start with it. Now it is asking you the default location. It will search the default location here. Now, what is the default location, guys? If you have seen here, the default location for this. If you see the default location, guys, here, it is showing you Windows System 32. So I press 1 here, automatically check it is a NTFS partition. It is checking here forward, and now it's checking what, guys? You can see here Windows System 32. If you have multiple partition, it will tell you which partition your Windows is installed. So you need to select the partition. In my case, here I'm directly working with it. So here you can see here I'm selecting here Windows System 32. I'll press enter. I'm saying because most of the time it is a default option only. I'll press enter here. So now if your partition, everything is correct, you should able to see SAM file, guys. The directory files you can see here. So here, these all steps are given to you in your lab manual, guys. You can go through lab manual and you can check it. So here, same step here. Here, when I press enter, you can see Windows System 32 config. Can you see the SAM file is available? So now it is giving you option, password reset. So in my case, I'm not interested in knowing the password. I want to reset the password, guys. So I'll say press number 1 to reset the password. So I'll say number 1, and when I press number 1, it will ask me to edit the passwords. I'll say again number 1. So now it is looking like this, guys. I pressed twice number 1, number 1. So now when you see this, you will see that you can see here, it is now showing me what are the users available, which are the admin users, guys, and is there any password. Now we have seen already hacker was there, user 1 was there. Now which password you want to reset, guys? Which password you want to reset, you can select it and work with it in that case, guys. Clear, guys? So you need to see which password you want to reset. You can do it. Suppose I want to reset my user 1 password. So what I'll do, I need to give here user 1 and then I'll click reset. User 1. Suppose I say user 1. Which user? You are checking, you should reset only the admin password, guys. So in my case, I have 3 admins. So any one of the password I can use it. I'll say user 1 and then I'll say clear password number 1. Clear password is you're making the hash of that user password as blank. So I'm opening the file, SAM file, searching that user, and whatever hash value is there, I'm making it blank here. So once I press clear, the password has been cleared here. You will see that your password has been cleared in that case. You can see here password cleared. So now once you are done with it, you press Q. You want to come out, so you can press Q here or exclamation sign. I can use exclamation. I'll say quit. Now one question, guys. When I come out, it is asking me one question. You want to save this file? Yes or no? Yes, guys. You did some changes. You want to save these changes in the file? You are going to save it or you are not going to save, guys? You need to save it, guys, compulsorily. Because if you don't save it, the password will be again older password. So any changes you have made it, you need to save it. So here you will say, I want to save the file. Yes. And now it's saying again you want to run the utility. No, I don't want to run the utility again. No. And now I'll say reboot, guys. The moment I say reboot, again it is trying to boot from my it is asking the question, but this time I'll say what? Boot from my hard drive, guys. When I select my hard drive, I try to boot via my computer now. My Windows OS will be loaded. Once the Windows OS is loaded, guys, what I can do now is you need to only select the user. So we have reset the password of user 1, guys. See, generally, if the password is blank, it will never ask you on the screen, guys. So here, multiple users are there. So this user password we have not changed. We have changed here. So if I click on user 1, you can see directly it got inside, guys. Previously, when I showed you, it was asking for the password. Now I directly got inside without username and password, guys. Without user and password, directly I got inside the computer, guys. So I've shown you on XP. The same procedure is on Windows also. Your particular so Windows 7 also and 8 also. I've told you, you need to make a DVD, you bootable USB or bootable DVD, guys. Now to how to make, now CDs are not available. So simple option is what, guys? You need to make bootable USB. The ISO file is there. You need to use one software called as Rufus, guys. This software. This is a software, Rufus. This software nowadays everybody use this software to make bootable USB, guys. So you have to connect a USB drive, select that higher-end CD, make it USB, and boot your computer using USB. If you have CD, DVD available, you can boot via that directly. You need to create a file to work with it. But in my case, here I can use a USB also. This software, Rufus, can be used to make any bootable CD. You can do for everything, but try to understand one simple thing, guys. See, our work is what? Admin password, I can reset it. It is not going to reset all the password. Only the administrative password we are going to do it. So other password will be as it is in that case. So once that is done, we can work it. We are not going to disturb other thing. Only the admin password we are focusing it. So hacker will always look for admin password. So we'll log in. User one is a admin. I had already shown that in the screen. That was a admin there. So I have selected admin to reset it. So I focus on, there was a column we were showing is a normal user or admin user. It is showing admin. So I focus on that admin. The second way is a very easy way. Somebody may say it is a very complicated method. If something goes wrong, my Windows can be crashed also. So instead of this first method, guys, you can always use your second method here. We have done this. This is the most easiest. You don't have to do a single thing also, and your password would be resetted. How? Means you'll log in into the Windows without password. So one very simple thing, guys. First thing, conboot. You search on internet conboot here. This is available for Windows as well as Mac, guys. Windows and Mac, both procedure are available, guys. You can see here. It's available for Windows as well as Mac here. You can purchase. You can see here clearly showing you guys. If you have set the passwords here, you can create using this. Is a paid service. Already the tool I forwarded to you guys. So it is there for commercial. It is for this much amount. It will be doing it. Now it is much simpler compared to other things. You can also see here. You can do it for the Mac also. It is available for the Mac also here. 2-in-1. If I purchase this software, I can do it for both Windows as well as Mac also, guys. And what I need to do here, simple thing, guys. I need to only boot via this operating system. There is some of the BIOS have a issues. So using that BIOS issue, the vulnerability of the BIOS, it is going to boot up, guys. So there is an issue with the BIOS. It will not work on all the devices, but of course, most of the devices has this problem. Using that, it can exploit it. UEFI BIOS are there. So if UEFI BIOSes are available, it can do the booting accordingly. So here, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to see my CyberSec VM. This one also, I had already given that conboot ISO, guys. So I'm going to select this conboot ISO, select it, okay, and power on. When I say power on, guys, when you boot up, it will show you this particular screen, guys. Once it shows you this screen, It will go to the normal Windows, guys. You boot via normal Windows. After showing the screen, automatically it will show you the normal Windows, guys. Sorry. My Windows has been crashed here. That was the reason I think it was not booting up with the other file in that case. We'll see now whether it is booting or not. If everything is okay, otherwise I need to use another VM in that case. Okay, luckily it booted up. Now here I'll click on blank here. Can you see here? The password was there. I'd only click next. I didn't type the password. I directly bypassed the password, guys. I got inside bypassing the password here. I've not entered anything. I only click next there. It is got inside. So without knowing the password, I booted via conboot. So now my question, guys, if conboot is working, will you go for hide and boot CD, guys? Yes. Conboot is a shortcut, guys. So if conboot is a shortcut, that is the latest technology which has been available. Older time we used to use hide and boot CD, but you should know how it is working. But nowadays, with conboot, any Mac OS, they have a list available. Your Windows OS, you have a list, it will be working. Here, they had also shown one demo also here. If you can go to the online, this Pitria something is there. There they had clearly shown the demo also how that will be working. So this is a Windows 8. You can see here the same there is a video which I shown the procedure physically. The same thing has been shown here, guys. You can see here. He's saying that I'm not able to log in Windows 8 or Windows 10 machine. He connects, he restart computer. He is also showing on the VM only. So then only the recording is possible. We'll restart it. This is a screen he got it. And next time when he clicks next, it will directly get inside. So this is how your conboot is going to work, guys. And one more thing, believe me, many guys were thinking that security on Mac is very good compared to Windows. But recently, because I work with the police, cyber police here, so there was one case where somebody got a Mac. Now that criminal was not giving his password. Now I have not used this tool also. Believe me, the Mac was little. I think maybe 2017 or 2018 Mac was there. In that version, the boot order need to be selected. So Pranita, you need to select boot order. Here, in this step, he is not showing, but you need to select the boot order. Then only it will show you boot from hard disk or boot from CD. Once you are in, you can set everything. So I was talking about that Mac. If you have a 2017, 2018 Mac, guys, one very simple thing. I can press Windows R. There is a recovery mode in Mac. So if you press Windows R, you are allowed to log in whenever your Mac is booting up. When you press some key, you are allowed to log in. And after logging, what you can do, guys? You can directly set the new password, guys. You can set the new password after that, guys. So that can be made possible. So there are different ways, but here I've shown you two simple ways via which I can do it. So conboot is mainly for bypassing the password. Irrespective of what is the password I want to get inside, I'll use conboot. Now advantage, guys. Can you tell me what is the advantage of conboot over hide and boot CD, guys? What's the advantage? Yes. What is the advantage of conboot over hide and boot CD? Of course, it's a shortcut method. Other than shortcut, boots automatically no. password will not be changed. Correct, Mr. Krishna? So what I'm trying to say is what? Suppose now I booted via conboot. I booted here on this computer via conboot. Now when I restart this computer, I restart the computer again. And now I don't boot via conboot, guys. I remove this. You can. I'm doing a very simple thing. I'm removing the connection. I'm disconnecting my CD drive. So it will never go to that. Now when I boot up now, it will again ask me the password. So it is like you're getting inside the system without changing anything. Now hacker does what, guys? He will reset the logs also first. He'll make sure the logging information will be removed. So events are already logged. But now you can see now if I click on it, it will not go. So again, I need to enter the password. So previous one, when I do this one, you have for all Windows OS, Suprita. Yes. In the lab manual, it has been displayed for one. The ISO file is given to you. You can use it in that case. But it exploits what? The bias vulnerability of the laptops and computers, guys. So your bias, most of the bias, the older means I say UEFI bias has this problem and it will be working. So in this case, again, I need to enter here. So if you remember high-end boot CD, guys, in high-end boot CD, if you change the password, currently no, there is no alternative for con boot. We are going to crack the password. That is the only alternative. Try to find the password, login. That will be the next part what we are going to discuss, Mr. Krishna. So now what I was talking about, guys, was when you say high-end boot CD, if you change the password, reset the password, whenever somebody logged in, means suppose the user was not there, you change his password. Now when the user will come back, he knows that somebody has changed his password, guys. But now when you use conboot, you're not resetting the password, you're only bypassing, you're skipping the authentication. So password was as it is only. So user doesn't know also that without his knowledge somebody accesses computer until as he sees, try to see the logs and other thing, much detail about it. So it is like hidden option will be working. No, in this case, it's not going to ask any password because I'm already inside. So it is not going to ask the password. I've set using a blank password, it should not be a problem. And see why I require password, Mr. Sohil. Directly I'm inside the computer, I can access everything. So I don't require to enter the password again. Okay. So now the third option, cracking of the password. Very rare case, but still possible, guys. Now to understand cracking of password, first of all, we'll understand it is bypassing. There is a bias. In the bias, you are skipping your authentication process. So conboot is skipping your authentication process in your Windows. If you have UEFI bias, it will enable the authentication process has been skipped in that case. So now, try to understand now that suppose you have a password. Why I'm saying cracking of the password should be the last option. Always I prefer either resetting or bypassing, not cracking. So you'll understand that. So for that reason, password can be hacked in three different manners, guys. So here you can see password cracking techniques, guys. Three different techniques are there. The first one, if you can see here, is brute force. For cracking the password, I can use brute force. Brute force means what? Try all possible combination. If you remember in our yesterday's session, guys, I've shown you that how brute force work. I started with A, B, A, C, A, D. It will go on adding a character and try to get the password. That type of cracking is referred as what? Brute force attack. Now, problem, brute force attack, 100% it can give you the password. It can be of the router, it can be of the computer, it can be of any devices. It can 100% give you the password. But takes a very long time to crack the password. It's going to take a very long time to crack the password, guys. Second thing, guys, you're attempting the password, guys. Now, you require good memory and processor also, guys. Because, see, if I'm going to try thousands of passwords per second, yesterday I told you, if I put a 8-character password, guy, how many combination is required, guys? 8-character password. And if it is a complex password, 8 to the power of 72, guys. It is a complex password. 8 to the power of 72 different combination I need to try. Then one password will be correct. Now to do this, of course, it's going to take a longer time, but I need to calculate faster also. If I do it on a small computer, it may take years for me to crack the password. It will be difficult in that case. To understand it, you can see this. There's one website called as How Secure Is My Password. Now, this is only for understanding what is your password. Try to see here. I press Zoom here. Zoom is my password. It's saying easily. Zoom @ 123. This is a complex password. 8-character password. What is saying what? 19 minutes, guys. But the moment I go on adding one character, guys. How many, guys? 12 characters. And the moment I add one more. So by adding one character, the computer will take a longer time to crack the password, guys. It's only it is only an idea it is giving you that how much time is going to take to crack one particular password. Again, it depends upon what, guys, which algorithm is there, which type of processor is there, computer is there. But it's only give you a brief idea that if you are giving only few password, easily somebody can crack. But when you go on adding some characters to it, it will be easier. And it depends upon what, guys, the complexity. Now you can see I'm adding everything, but if I only add numbers here, I'm only adding the number here. Can you see it is faster, guys? Only numbers is very easy. If I give 12 character, numbers can be cracked easily. But if it is a complex password, it's going to take a longer time. So one question, guys, what is the use of this website, guys? Yes, what is the use of this website? Suprita, Siddharth, Krishna, Sohel, what is the motive of this website, guys? Indirectly, guys, here I showed you, but never check your password. Never, never, never. You never give the information on this, guys. This website, you should not enter your correct password, guys. It is a mechanism to capture your password, guys. If you remember how they were getting a survey that everybody was using maybe password as password or QWETY. There are surveys are conducted. Same way, this kind of websites are there where many guys go there and test their password whether it is hackable or not. How much time is going to take? So I never enter my password there. Of course, related, I'll change my password. Same manner, different letters I'll use, but original password I'll not enter. But same way, what my password is that I'll change something and I'll try to enter there. So this kind of website are the source of the hackers to collect the password and collect the information. To be very sure, you should not reveal this information here, guys. Correct, guys? But I had shown you for the different reason that how much time is going to take and whether it is easy for somebody to work or not, guys. Which email website, Mr. Krishna? That is impossible. When you say crack password instantly, not possible, Suprita. So in that case, who am I? I don't know which website you're talking about. Gotcha.pw you are saying? Okay, maybe. Okay, I'll take your question, Krishna, later, I think, because I'm not able to understand which website you are talking about. Of course, IP logger, all of them are also storing it. That is gotcha.pw. Who have I been pawned? That is the website is giving you the leak information. Your passwords are leaked. It is showing you that in that case. So that is already available. What we have discussed. But they are hacked. The websites were hacked because of the vulnerability. Somebody got the database and they publish over online. So you are only checking that whether your password is available online or not. It is not, you are not cracking the password, you are only verifying that is your password is leaked or not. There are many websites which gives that information. You can search here, like I have been pawned. You can check. Here you can also check one important thing. We leak info. We leak info is there. D hash is there. These are some of the website guys which will tell you that whether your password is available. Now, can you see here? They blocked it because they were. This all police have blocked this because they were doing it. Here also, this guys you need to purchase it. Then they will able to give you the details. Here you have an option here. So here you can give the detail. They can search. So I have been pawn is one of the website like this. You have many more website. I told you one website was run by the Dutch police also. Can you see here the results? You can ask them for removal, but this website will remove it, not all the website in that case. So here it gives you the option. The same thing what I got it. It is available here. That these are the location from where the passwords have been leaked out, guys. Email ID entering is okay because see that's why I've told you you should have multiple email IDs. And if you are going to check the email ID, you are giving the email ID without password is not going to work. Second important thing nowadays you should work with what double factor authentication, guys. Means your password plus your OTP or token. Then only you should access your email. Then it will be much safer compared to other things. You to improve your security. That is together, and you should not see you should not be working on this. So we'll see in that case how exactly it will be working. So now we are discussing about the brute force. You also have something called as dictionary based attack. Now dictionary means what? It is going to try passwords which are stored in one file, guys. In one file, some passwords are given, only those passwords will be tried. Now, advantage of dictionary based attack is what, guys? It will be much faster because it's only going to check what, guys? Selected passwords. It is not going to check all possible combination. Whatever possible number of combinations are lesser, which will be tested. It will be faster, but there is no chance, there is no guarantee that dictionary based attack cracking can give you the password, guys. So password cracking can happen, but it may give you a password, it may not give you a password. But when you say the previous one, brute force, 100% of getting the password, but it's going to take a longer time, guys. So dictionary, Oxford Dictionary, guys. When you say We'll be discussing Sai when we come to OPH crack. Till now, we are discussing what is the concept. When we come to OPH crack, how it works, we'll see. So, when we talk about the next one here, guys, when you say that you have two options, the one option we have discussed is brute force, the other option is dictionary base. Now, these are the technique, guys. We are not talking about here. They are not the tools. They are the techniques what have been used here. So dictionary, Oxford Dictionary has a lot of words. So if you want to have a meaning of any word, you go to Oxford Dictionary, you'll able to see it. So here, dictionary is a file where all passwords are there. Somebody will use the file and try one by one all password from that. So that is my dictionary based attack. Now, when I take one example, guys, your password can be cracked in two manners. Password cracking can be done in two manner. First way, online password cracking, and the second is offline. Online and offline password cracking, guys. Online password cracking means what? I will directly try. Suppose there is a website. I'll directly on the website. I'll try one passwords. It is called as online password cracking. You try to enter the website. You try different password on the website, FTP server, telnet, remote desktop. Is you're connected to the server and then you go on typing different password on that. So this is referred as what? Online. Offline means it is done on hash. I have a hash of the password. I'm going to crack that. Offline means you have a hash of the password. You are going to crack the hash. For this, I'm using my computer. I'm not connected. I got the hash of the means I hacked the computer. I got the hash of that particular password, and now I'm going to crack my password, guys. So one important thing, guys. Online password cracking, there is a chance that it can be detected. Inside, it is like you're live, you're connected to the server, you enter wrong password multiple times. So immediately there is a chance some alarm can be raised that somebody is trying to get inside my computer. Some password guessing is happening. And nowadays there is a protection available, guys. On a banking website, if you say you enter multiple time wrong password, guys, it will do what? Disable your login, guys. It will disable the login. If you have attempted 3 or 5 times wrong password, your login will be disabled for a day or maybe permanently it will disable. You need to call the call center and you need to enable it. So security is there for this. But in this one, when I do offline password cracking, I am doing on my computer only, guys. I hacked the computer, I got the hash, and I'll do the cracking on my computer. So nobody knows that I'm cracking the password in that case. So it's a more secure way of cracking it. But for offline hash, you require what, guys? The hash of the password. You require the hash of the password. We'll see. Krishna, we are going to see how you'll get the hash of the password. So we'll see how exactly it will be working in that case. So now, first I'll show you what in our yesterday's discussion, guys, we have seen one password, your router password, guys. If you remember, I've shown you how I got inside the router and I got the hash of the router, guys. So once I get the hash of the router, assume that this is my hash. Enable secret password. This is my password here. So this is a hash, guys. So hash are of different types. Cisco is using hash called as MD5, guys. MD5 hash. Your passwords are stored in MD5 hash. This is a format. Try to understand, guys. You have different languages, correct, guys? So when I use hello, hello is in English. But the same hello, if I speak in Spanish, it will become hola. Same hello in Hindi we call as namaste. So this is nothing but the output. Which language you are going to convert, the output will change accordingly. So here also Cisco passwords are stored in something called as MD hash, MD5 hash. Cisco passwords are stored in something called as MD5 hash, guys. So now to work with it, what I'll do is try to understand this. I'm on my, you copy that Thomas folder, the software I'm going to use for Cisco password cracking, any Cisco password. If you have a hash, you can crack the password. So for doing this, I use a software called as Thomas Too Many Secret. You copy this folder on your C drive. You can put on the C drive and then open your command prompt. Go to that folder. CD Thomas. You can give any name. Now here I'll say Thomas. When I give Thomas here, the software name is Too Many Secret. Full form of it. It's a very old software, but still it is 100% working, guys. So here I'm going to crack my hash, guys. So now you understood. Now try to understand. I told you what, guys? Is reversing of hash is possible, guys? Can we reverse the hash? I already told you are not going to reverse it. So that was the advantage why everybody, your password was stored in what? Hash format, guys. But here I'm saying I'm going to crack it. Cracking means what? Reversing only. Here, technically, guys, we are not going to reverse it. What this software will be doing is it will try to generate the same hash value again. Whenever the same value is generated, what was your input? That input is your password, guys. So I'm not reversing, I'm not cracking it, guys. I'll try to generate the same value in my software. Once the software generates this value, I will know what was the input at that time. That is my password. So you can see here Thomas, and you give your hash here. So one of the hash already has been given to you in the folder, guys. You can use this. You can, if you have a Cisco router, you can give enable password. You can take anything from there also. Live router password also you can take it, not a problem. So I'll give this. Now you can do one thing. You can use this parameter to work, guys. So I'm using what? B. L is for small letters, N is for numbers. So when I press enter, guys, it is trying two combination. So when their input is this is a hash generated, guys. So try to understand now. If I leave as it is, I'll able to get the password, but my password is very big. So I'll say what? Zoom 1. I'm giving some password to reduce the time. Now try to understand, guys. See here. Can you see here? This is one hash. This hash is for what, guys? Zoom 1 to T. This is for you. But when it came here, when this hash got generated, what was the input, guys? Zoom 123. And in the search, did I given the same hash, guys? So when it got matched, from this it can say what? This is my password, guys. This is how somebody will get to know this is how the password. So I'm regenerating the same value again. Once the value is generated, I can get my password. I am doing this thing on my computer. So this is called as what? Offline password cracking, guys. This is referred as offline password cracking, guys. And this is a brute force. I'm trying all possible combination, guys. This example is of brute force offline password cracking. Suppose if you press here enter, you also have here, can you see here dictionary attack, guys? So what you can do is you can mention here W, and then you mention the file, one file where the passwords are stored. So in the folder here, you can see here there is one file available, word.lst. So suppose if I say words.lst, the file, and I press enter. So can you see now it is trying all the passwords which are stored in that particular file, guys. It is not trying all combination, it's trying only the passwords which have been available in the file, guys. If my password is not available in the file, it will clearly say there is no password not found. But when you do brute force, 100% chances of getting the password. So are you clear with what I was telling, guys? What is a brute force attack and what is a dictionary based attack, guys? Are you clear, all of you, between brute force and dictionary, guys? Mr. Manish, Mr. Mohiddin, Sohel. This is a big difference. So technically, which you are going to work real-time scenario, guys? As I've told you, Suprita, it depends upon what? The length of the password. So, of course, how to do it instantly we'll see. But for the time being, it's a long process, guys. It may take, it totally depends upon what. You can first try on dictionary. If you don't find it, then you can go for brute force. Of course, that is the correct order. You should go, Mrs. Sohel. The best way of doing it, the same thing. But when you do a brute force, guys, for some password, it depends upon length of the password, complexity of the password. If I give, I've already told you 8 character passwords are hackable, guys. It can, in this software, Thomas will only crack which one, guys? MD5 hashes. Thomas is mainly for Cisco password cracking. We are going to use it. So that's why I've told you that to crack different password, you need to know which hash it is working, and based upon that, you are going to crack the password. Okay. So we'll see how I'll show you. Of course, I'll show you the shortcut in the last only. So I'll come to the shortcuts when we come to the last part. But you should know what happens in background. So that is what I have told you here. And I also shown you two options. There are two ways of cracking. One is online, one is offline. So currently I've shown you what? Offline cracking. If I have a hash, I can crack it. We'll discuss Sai. You have to wait. When we come to the next discussion, we'll discuss how you'll identify which hash it is in that case. So, and somebody may say, so if Cisco router I hacked it, I got Cisco hash. So I know that Cisco hash works with MD5. So I have told you, hacker knows more detail about a particular device, particular, suppose he want to hack a database, he knows, he should have a knowledge of database. Then only he can hack a database, guys. If he knows database knowledge, he knows which hash database will be using in that case. We will use that combination to crack the hashes. Second important thing, many times, many guys does what? A very common mistake. My router is not hacked, but still somebody can get the hash. How? Yes, guys, somebody didn't hack my router, but still they can get the hash of my router. And if somebody get a hash, they can crack the password. What could be the reason? So simple thing, guys. Many guys store their configuration file, show running of the router, which has show running, that configuration file, they save it and put it on the computer. Means the whole configuration of the router they save on the computer, and that file, if I open it, I can see the hash. So without hacking the router, if I have access to your computer, I have a hash, I can still crack the password in that case. So password, for password cracking of the hash via hash is not mandatory that I need to hack a router also. If I have a hash available, anybody who gives a hash, I can crack for it in that case. Second important thing, guys. Now, so we have discussed dictionary, we have discussed brute force. Now comes your answer. If I want to go for Windows password, guys, I want to crack Windows password. So for cracking Windows password, I can do either brute force or dictionary. 100% I need to go for brute force because Many guys will never put dictionary based passwords. So of course you have to go for brute force. Now try to understand when you do brute force, what you're doing, guys. If you have used Thomas here, there are two things you are doing, guys. What you're doing, guys? First thing is you're generating the hash here, and second thing is what? You're matching the hash. There are two steps in your brute force. You're trying to regenerate the hash, and then you try to match with the existing hash here, guys. Now, the problem. The problem is what? It is using my memory and processor. So the question was how fast it can be. So first thing, the length of the password is important, and where you're doing. If I'm doing this thing on a desktop computer which has a lesser amount of RAM and processor, it will take more time. If I do the same thing on a server computer which has multiple processor, multiple RAM, it will be much faster in that case. So it depends upon the hardware of the PC. So two steps in cracking the passwords are there. But now for Windows, what I am going to do now is I am going to use rainbow tables, guys. Rainbow table is used for cracking mainly Windows password, guys. Windows passwords are stored in the format of the hash is LM or NTLM, guys. This is a hash format of Windows password, guys. Your Windows passwords are stored in LM, Landman Manager, New Technology, Landman Manager, NTLM, LM, NTLM. LM is generally Windows XP, older Windows, Windows XP, Windows, I think Windows XP, Windows ME, older Windows. The latest Windows work with after Windows Vista, it works with what? NTLM hash, guys. So hash format of your Windows is this, guys. NTLM, LM. Now, what this rainbow table is going to do is simple thing. Half work will be automatically done in rainbow tables. This is the fastest method to crack the password. Compared to brute force, it will be much faster. Why? Because it has a table in which all possible hashes, and it will have a hash and then password. Is the password, and for every password, what is the hash value? That whole table is ready made available, guys. What you need to do now is you need to only search in that table. Searching only to be done. So will it be faster compared to brute force, guys? Because memory processor will be lesser here. In the previous case, brute force, it was generating the hash and then it was searching the hash. Here, already there is a table which has a generated hash are already generated. Your passwords are already available. So it is only going to check one by one all the detail from it in that case. So this rainbow tables are mainly used for cracking Windows password, guys. Somebody may say how? So I'll show you here. So suppose I am on a Windows computer. This is my Windows computer, guys. I'll use a software called as OPH crack. So suppose I'm trying to show you on this computer, I want to crack the Windows password. There is a password available. I want to crack it. So I need to install that OPH crack. So go to password hacking. You have Windows password cracking tool, OPH crack installer. You can install it here. You can take any one of them to install it. My Windows is 32-bit. I'm running on 32-bit. It depends upon your OS. It is available. It is an open source software, guys. It's freely available open source software. You can check here, OPH crack. They also have a live CD available, guys. Can you see here? So in the live CD, you can put it and work it. I am not using a live CD. I'm directly installing a software on the computer and try to check it. I'll go to this website, OPH crack. Now try to see this, guys. It can run on Windows, Linux, OS, crack LM and NTLM hashes, guys. It is used for cracking this. So that's the main purpose of it to do it. You can also boot, you can make a bootable CD. So it is giving you a software here. Live CD, you can download it, make it bootable, boot off from that. Is only the name, guys. Nothing to do with that. OPH crack is only the name. There is no option behind it in that case. So now when I go here, so after you download it, the very important part in this is what, guys, this is my software. You can see here, this is my software. Now what I need to do is, if I say load SAM file, so if I boot via bootable CD also, I need to do the same step, load SAM file. When I do this, can you see here, guys, it is showing me the hash here. Can you see here NT hash? NT hash is your NTLM hash, guys, new technology hash, guys. So what I'll do now is, guys, I'll create some users on my computer, guys, and I'll put different passwords, because one password is easy to check. I want to show you that what it can do. It can do it. I'll go to my computer. I'll create some users here. User one. I'm putting some password. Only alphabet as a password, guys. I'll use different combination to show you that how it is to create it. User two. Only alphabets as a password, guys. Now I'll use number and alphabet. I'm using 7-character password. I'm increasing the number of characters also, and I'm adding the password here. Cybersec user spy cybersec. I'm only showing that how difficult it can be to crack the password. I'll add one more. Zoom @123. It's a 8-character password, alphabet, capital, small, everything is included. You can try different password, guys, here. So I'd given this password. So now when I open that OPH crack software, guys, real time, you don't know the passwords. So what you're going to do is you're going to open it here. When you open that software, OPH crack, load SAM file. So here I loaded the file. You can see here for all of them, for all the users, guys. Can you see different passwords are available? The hash values are different, guys. One user hash value is same, guys. Can you see here? This user and this user hash value is same. Means what? They are using the same password, guys. They are using the same password. That's why the hash value would be same. But other than that, you can see different passwords are available, guys. So now my question, I loaded my file. Now I want to crack it. So I need to download tables. So here you can see here the tables, ready-made tables are available, guys. So I've told you this will give you a table where all hashes are there, and for every hash, what is the password? So I'll go to tables here. Now try to understand one very important thing, guys, here. Can you see here? LM hash. This table, if I download, guys, it is going to crack Windows XP password. So for LM hash, if it shows you in the column of LM hash, if it is an XP computer, you need to download this table. Now try to understand. It can crack password of how many character, guys? 14 characters, including special characters also, guys. So 14 character password can be hack of Windows XP. For this, how much GB is required, guys? Can you see here? Including special character, guys. It can crack 14 character password and 7.5 GB is a file you need to download it. It can only crack. These are the characters it can use for cracking purpose, guys. Your password can consist any one of this character. It will crack. But the maximum length is what, guys? 14 character, guys. Here. There is a small file available here, 380 MB, but is only cracking what, guys? Can you see here? Alphabets, small characters, capital character. No special characters available, guys. It's not giving you special characters in that case. But we are not going on XP, guys. We are going further. Now try to see here. This is for what? Vista and 7 and above. 16 character it can crack it, but when? Only dictionary, guys. If it is number, I can crack up to 12 characters. Special characters up to 10. I can go for it, but still no. What is our latest one, guys? This is our latest, guys. Latest Windows OS is available with this, guys. Now the problem is what, guys? Here you can see the answer if you are using Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8, Windows 10 to crack your password. How much is the size, guys? 2 TB. And that too you can crack maximum of what, guys? 8 character password. 8 character password you can crack it. Somebody said 12 character. 12 character, there is a limitation, guys. You'll see here what are the tables available. You can see here in this one 60 GB. It will crack what, guys? 5 to 12 character, guys. It will not check for 4 character, guys. If I want to try all the characters, that 2 TB, 8 characters, all possible combination using this. Now one question, guys. Is it feasible to download this file, 2 TB files first of all? 2 TB file to be downloaded. That's the first question. Second thing, I require that much amount of space on your computer. Then you need to load this particular file on your computer. So your memory processor should be very much good. So it is impossible you can do this cracking on your normal Windows computer, guys. But of course, you can use the other files available are there, the other smaller files, you can use it to work with it. But it doesn't give you a guarantee. And this also, only half part is done. Half part, it needs to compare the password. So that password, if it is not there, if I say I try this password from this one, but my password is either 4 character password or 13 character password, then this will not give me the output, guys. So you have to try different things to crack the password. So technically, if you remember, I've told you one important thing. Nowadays, 8 character passwords are hackable. You should give minimum 12 and above character. Password should be minimum 12 and above, not 12 characters also. So you understood now why? Because here it can maximum go up to what, guys? Cracking 12 character only, guys. Can you see here? So 12 and above should be your password, not lesser than that. If it's lesser than that, it can be cracked. So now what I'll do is simple thing. I downloaded one file. It is given in your software, guys. You can click tables. Suppose you download it, you'll click table here. You have to say install. In the OPH crack folder only, there is table is given, guys. I'm using that table, guys. So this table, it has become green, guys. You can see here. All other are red. This has become green. I'll say install. Sorry. I'll say okay. Now I'll say crack, guys. Here you can see there are no passwords are available, correct? The moment I say crack, it will start searching. It is loading in the RAM now, and then it will start searching the password one by one. and slowly you should able to see some password here. Can you see here? Zoom 123, secure, zoom. Some passwords you are not going to get, guys. Some passwords you are not going to get. Then we'll use some advanced method to do it. So you can see here this password I'm not able to get it. I'm not able to get this password also. Some passwords are not. If I leave it, you have to wait till here because there's a limited table which is giving you the password. But I've given you a concept that rainbow table will be giving much faster password cracking compared to your brute force attack, guys. But condition is what? You need to download that table on your computers. Now, so now I'm saying Windows password I can crack. So this is a hash and I'm dehashing the password. Now, the last option, the shortcut for all of them. I'm going to do, because somebody may say I cannot download 2 TB file and other thing, and still I want a password. The simple option, guys, I'm stopping here. You can see that some passwords are not visible here. You can see some passwords are not available. So what I'll do, I'll load OPH crack. I'll say save to file. Export to CSV, you can say. Export to CSV, you can select here what you wanted. I want NT hashes. I want hash from all of the password, guys. I don't want other thing. I want hash. So I want username and their hash here. So user ID will be there. I want that ID and I say username. LM hash I don't require. I require only NT hash. Cracking password, other thing are not required for me, guys. Or you can do one very simple thing. Irrespective of user, you can select only NT hash. I select NT hash, it will store everything here. Suppose I said test. I'm saving all the hashes what you see on the screen. You're steering those hash on your desktop. You can see this is a file available. When you open this file in your notepad, guys, selected everything, you will see everything, guys, here. So here you can see here, this is a hash available, guys. So what I'll do now is the easiest and the shortcut method for cracking the password, guys. So these are my passwords available. That commas, I'm going to remove it. I'm going to use one website called as crackstation.net. I'm going to use one website called as crackstation.net. When I go to this website, guys, you can see there what are the different types of hashes are supported, guys. Can you see here? LM, NTLM, MD5, SHA. These are different types of hashes. So if you don't know the hash, you go there, put the hash here. It's going to detect it and it is going to work. I'm going to put here all my hashes. So I'll copy the hash what was available here. These all hashes are available, guys. Now I'll say crack. Can you see, guys, here? Compared to previous, now I can see one more password available, guys. Cybersec, Zoom 123. Cybersec password was not there, but for other one, it is not available. Can you see here? This one password, some other two passwords are missing, but I think it is not detecting. More or less, I think I got all the password. I created 5 users. You can see there are 5 different users. Passwords are available in that case. Can you see this? So you are able to get the password on this spot, guys. So what these guys are doing, guys, crackstation.net, they are also doing the same thing what you did on your computer. Rainbow tables, guys. They have big servers, guys. They have good amount of RAM, good amount of processor, and on that they deployed that rainbow tables. So when you give it, it is going to search the hash in the table and show you on the display, guys, here. Sometimes you may also see currently, that's why I'm coming to it. Sometime it is free, sometime your some websites are free, sometime it is paid. So here some password is given directly to you, for others is not saying, so means is not giving you the option here. Sometime it will show you yellow, means some part is matching, some part is not matching. In that case means the starting character of password is matching, the later half is not matching, can be possible. Now what I'll do now, instead of this I can also have another website, hash crack, online hash crack. This also does the same thing, guys. You can put here, is asking you which algorithm it is there. Can you see here? 40 get password, Cisco Pix, ASA, iOS. If you remember, in my case, I know it is NTLM. I can give it. I can give my email ID. So whenever the cracking happens, it will send me the email on my email that this passwords have been cracked, guys. When I submit here, can see here, these all passwords are already been sent, guys. You can see here. And can you see here some more password, guys? Older time I did some other password cracking. Can you see here? Test 123, Zoom 123, 8 character. It's showing me all the details, guys. What passwords are available, what passwords are not available. Showing me all the details here. 1 second. I'll show you the latest one, maybe. Where is the latest one? This hash, this value is for empty password. Can you see here? This password is empty. And now it is saying some password, guys. It's saying what? Buy now. You say that password is available, password is found, but if you want to purchase it, you click buy now. When you click buy now, you need to pay the money, bitcoins. They are going to give you the password, guys. Sometimes it will go for cracking also, guys. It will try to do the cracking. So more or less all passwords are available with them, guys. You can see all this password hash is available. So most probably I may receive on my email. I'll see here. I should have received on my email if something is there. Can you see here? Passwords have been recovered, guys. When you click here, it's giving me the link. When you click on the link, it will show me which other passwords are available, guys. So he's saying this all password, it is already cracked it because I have repeated the same password, showing me all the passwords what have been recovered, guys. Show me date and time and the recovery of the password, guys. Clear? So now if I say buy now, you can also select the dictionary. There is an option we'll see later on. If it is not there, it's saying not able to crack the password. You can see NTLM, LM passwords. All type of passwords can be cracked here. I can crack all kind of passwords here. They are visible, guys. Instead of 10. And like this, there are many websites available, guys. So instead of you cracking, instead of you using your memory, processor, computer to crack the password, if I have a hash, I give them, they are going to crack it. I pay them some nominal amount of money, maybe $1, $10. I pay him the money. Directly, they are going to give you the password. The advantage is what? Suppose you do on your computer, guys. What is the biggest problem? Suppose you downloaded, you have a good memory, good processor, you downloaded everything on your computer. You are running the password cracking procedure. Maybe you have done for 3 days and power goes off, guys. If power supply goes off or internet has gone down, suppose your power supply has gone down, Then again you start from the scratch again. It will not start from where you have stopped, guys. Some software may start from the location where you started, but most of the software we need to start from the starting again. You'll waste your time in that case. So here, this will be the better option to work with it. Like this, you have another websites also, guys, which can be used for cracking of your password, guys. So now, when I go here, these are some of the website. Hash Killer is there, Crack Station is there, Online Hash Crack is there. There are many websites. Password cracking website. You search on internet, you'll get it. You also have for window particular that Cisco also. You have this password, guys. Cisco password also. If I go here, I put the hash here, you can directly get the password, guys. You have password cracking for Cisco also possible, guys. Here you can see here enable password as well as your enable. This is enable password, guys. You also have for enable secret. So there are two password, two types of encryption, guys. 7 means your enable password. You when you do normal service password encryption command when you give, guys, it is called as type 7 password. Enable secret password is type 5 password, guys. Enable password is type 5 password. This is my type 5 password, guys. I'll go here. In Cisco itself, you have two passwords available. I go here. There are many websites available to do with this. So now I'll go to that hash. You can try any password hash, guys. Nothing. I'm showing why because this is already ready-made available with me. I'm using it. You can try any password here. So here it is trying. Can you see here? It's trying different passwords, guys. 2 character, 3 character, and then it will show you the. It's directly doing where, guys? It's trying to crack the password directly online. Memory processor is use of that server, not my computer, guys. So once after some time when you come back, you're able to see here. But most probably in crack station, we'll see here maybe whether we are able to get it. It's not able to recognize, I think. We need to check maybe. But here also MD5 is there, but it's not for Cisco. MD5 is there, but it's not for Cisco. We need to check it and we need to work accordingly, guys. So this is the one way via which you can crack your password, guys. The last option, guys. Somebody say if I don't have the hashes, take an example of FTP server, remote desktop, telnet, mail services, web services. I don't have it is a server is somewhere over the internet. A hacker, how he is going to target it because he doesn't have access to the hash of those password. He's not able to hack it. So he want to get inside. So we'll use one method called as online password cracking, guys. For online password cracking or for the server password cracking, the tools are here. Server password cracking, guys. When you go here, you can use Hydra or Brutus, any one of them. I'm going to use Hydra here. Now what I'm going to do, guys, here is I will make my machine as a FTP server. I'll put some password on it and I'll try to show you live how brute force can attack a live server. I've told you somebody can use some tool to enter it. So how? So I'll start my XAMPP on your machine. You can start your XAMPP server. Already running here. I'm starting it. Now, once your XAMPP server is started, guys, you have an option of FileZilla here. Can you see here? This is my FTP server, guys. You click on it. For web server, you started Apache. For FileZilla is for FTP 21. Admin, you can go to admin here. You can create one user here. Suppose you create a user here called as ABC. Okay, you can set the password for that user. I'm setting a password ABC, and I'll give some directory. Means whenever somebody connects, they should be able to see the file. So I created one user on my FTP server, guys. So now I'll check whether it is working. I'll type the IP address of my computer or local host to work with it. So suppose my computer IP address is this. It's asking user and password ABC, ABC. You can see here it is working. So this FTP server is only accessible with username and password. There will be different length. Hash will be different length for everybody. It will not be same. But if I say MD5, all MD5 hashes, if I say Cisco hash, the length will be same. If I say I go for maybe SAM hash, means NTLM hash, all length will be same. Whatever may be input, the output will be fixed. But between two different hash algorithms, hash value will be different. So now my question is what? Somebody want to get inside this FTP server now. So he will use one software called as Hydra. This is online password cracking, what I'm showing you now, guys. This is a command prompt, guys. I say cd slash Hydra. The software name is Hydra, guys. This is also available on Linux as well as Windows, guys. OPH crack also available on Linux and Windows. This is also available on Linux and Windows. I'm using Hydra, guys. Now, when you open it, you can see here it can crack password from all this protocol, guys. Can you see FTP, FTPS, Cisco, Postgres, RDP, SMTP? You'll also see HTTP, HTTPS, Telnet, SSH. All this protocol, if somebody has a password, it can attempt a brute force to do the cracking. So how to use it? Simple thing, Hydra. I need to give the username, guys. So username, suppose I have seen somebody typing the username with the shoulder surfing. I know the username for this is ABC. So I'm saying ABC here. If you don't know what to do, I'll tell you that also. Suppose I'll say password. I'll say my password. I need to take from my password file, guys. So in Hydra folder, you can see there is a passwords.txt. Can you see here? So I can give that password.txt here. I'm doing what, guys? Dictionary based attack, guys. Password.txt. And then your server IP address, guys. So I'm saying for this user, try to check this password. I know the user with the food printing. I got to know the user. I want to know what password. If you remember, I shown you finger, guys. Finger port on the router. When I use finger port on the router, I was able to see what is the username. So if I know the username, I don't know the password. Now I'm trying to get the password here. Now when I press enter here, it's going to try here different things here. On the meanwhile, when you see on the server, can you see on the server some attempts have been made, guys? Incorrect password, incorrect password. So automatically my software is trying one by one. You are not going to do manual password, brute force, or automated software is running one by one password, trying to log in on the password, guys. Here it is going one by one. Once the password is been found, you can see there that password will be available. So currently my password file has how many files, guys? You can see here it has around 800 password. So it is going to try this 800 password. Now in my case, my password will be there. So once the password is there, it will show me. If password is not there, it will not show you that password is not there. You have to try with a bigger file in that case. So now it is still doing, guys. You can see here. This is the example of brute force. And once the password is found, it should show you username is ABC. Password is also ABC in that case. Here you can see the detail. You need to leave with that. So here you are seeing. But the biggest problem with this is what, guys? It is easily detected. Active method. This is active online password cracking can be easily detected, and somebody can see that somebody is going to give the password because this message are coming on the server. Can you see I got a message, guys? It disconnected. You can see here the message is username and password found, guys. Correct, guys? So it got the username and password. Now, can I do this on Gmail also, guys? Gmail, Facebook. See, net banking, you cannot do it because if you try to do on any banking website, after 3 wrong or 5 wrong attempts, you will be disabled. But what about Gmail and Facebook? If I know your email, can I do guessing of password using this kind of method, guys? Is it possible? No. Why no, Siddharth? If it is not possible, why? What is the security implemented, guys? Of course, Gmail will alert it. That is one of the question. But what is else? Gmail and other website after wrong, if you enter multiple time wrong password, it will ask you for CAPTCHA. CAPTCHA is like you need to press some, you need to select some picture, or you need to enter the code. So it will try to slow down this process, guys. It will slow down this process. This software can enter username and password. It cannot enter CAPTCHA, guys. So that's why it will slow down the process. But hackers were very intelligent, guys. They were able to get inside Gmail also, guys. Gmail password, I think 1 year back, till 1 year back, Gmail password using this tool was possible. How? They were not targeting HTTP, guys. They were not connecting via HTTP. They were using SMTP protocol for sending and receiving mail. Gmail used SMTP. So using SMTP, it was trying to do it. It was possible. You can search on internet, Hydra, Gmail, password cracking. When you see here, this is already there's a video available. You can see exactly the same, guys. So they are opening, they are mentioning email ID, and only thing is Gmail ID has been mentioned, guys. You can see here, they are opening email, your email address, your victim email address, password list, and port number, and this is what has been typed. So when they do it, it was possible for them to work with it. So now they have Google has found out this is possible. So that's why it has been disabled, guys. So this is a command he has typed, and it will give you the password after some time. Once it got connected, it's connecting via SSL, guys. You can see here, it's connecting via SSL. Once it depends upon the password, you're going to get it. That is simple thing. You can see here, it got the password also here. So he has put a very simple password here. When the password was simple, you can see here, the password is simple, you'll easily get in that case. You can see here the password is very simple here. So it got it. But if it is a lengthier password, complex password, it will be difficult. So now you understood why you should have a lengthier password, guys, and minimum how many character password now you should give, guys? You should have a complex password, but minimum how many, guys? Yes. The summary 12 and above, guys. 12 and above should be your password. It should not be less. I think 12 is also hackable, guys. 12 and above. Try to get at least minimum 12 and higher than that. 12, there is a still chance they may get a password in that case. So this is we call as what? Online password cracking. If you give 13, then the problem is resolved, guys. Not an issue in that. It is going to be a time consuming process. So now you understood, guys, when I discuss Windows password hacking, I told you what, guys, I prefer this two option over the last one. You understood why? Because password cracking is going to take a longer time compared to reset and bypassing the password, guys. So this is why we use more this compared to the last option. So based upon the complexity, the Windows, Mac, everybody, they'll improve the security to make sure what? That passwords are not hackable. Hackers are finding the way, but it's a time consuming. So they will of course make it difficult for the hackers. So hackers are finding another way to directly bypass this option only. Now, summary. This we have done all of them. We have done for which one? Which one is legal? Nothing is legal. I'm only showing you side that what are the ways somebody can hack your password. So whether your bank password somebody has hacked it or somebody hacked your email password, to these are the mechanism hacker can use it. So you need to have security for that. When we come to the second module, we are going to talk about all security. That what you should do. So minimum 12 character password and above, you are going to have it. Second important thing, guys, what? What is the second important thing after giving the password, guys? Your make sure your computer is not hacked. If somebody get a hash value, they can also crack the passwords. So make sure your hash has been secure also, and your password should be complex. It should not be alphabets and only numbers or only alphabets. Many guys give mobile number and other thing, so it is hackable. And whenever somebody is doing brute force in security, we'll discuss how you are going to detect somebody is doing a brute force. If you detected, what action to be taken. That also we are going to discuss it. How to block brute force on a server automatically. My server doesn't have it. So firewall IPS will be used to block this kind of attack. So that will be discussed in your the countermeasures will be discussed there. Most of the websites are freely available, guys. That is what I'm trying to tell you. The tools are free, softwares are free, but the usage, what you do, it depends. So can you see here? Currently is on the 3 character. My password is 7 characters. When it come to 7 characters, it will show me later on what is my password, guys. So now the next one. Somebody say for Gmail and Facebook, the simplest way of getting the password nowadays is what? Phishing attack, guys. So today I'm only going to show you some trailer. Tomorrow we'll discuss in detail what is the phishing, how exactly it will work. But what I'm trying to say here in phishing, everybody knows what is phishing attack, guys. What is a phishing attack, guys? According to you, what is a phishing attack? Hacker is fooling the users and getting the password from the user itself. So try to understand. Suppose I want your password. I will try to get a password from you directly, not from the server. See, currently what we are doing, guys, we are trying to hack Gmail and try to get the password from Gmail. Gmail security is very good. So it will be difficult for you to crack the password on Gmail or banking site. But instead of doing hacking the server, I'll directly hack the victim itself. I'll try to get the password from the user. Users are the weakest link in the security, guys. So when you say a user, he knows something, he doesn't know something. So suppose I send you some information within fraction of second, user can get me the password in that case. So how, and for this, guys, Frankly saying, there was one person from Rajasthan where he was a villager and he has hacked somebody's Facebook account by seeing the YouTube video. He created it, he fooled the person, he got the password of somebody, and he was able to log in. And he was blackmailing, he had downloaded the photographs and other thing, and he was blackmailing that particular person in that case. So, phishing is a very common technique, and Google also says nowadays 40 to 50% of phishing attacks are working, guys. 40 to 50% of phishing attacks are working in this case. So, when I say how it works, all those things we'll discuss in tomorrow in detail. But to give you an idea, a summary, what I can do. We'll discuss in detail what is the operation, everything. But what I can do, I can show you tomorrow in detail. Now, okay. So now I pass on the link, guys, to you on the chat box. You log in there. Of course, there's a phishing page, guys. So I'd send you the link. You click on the link. First thing is the link is opening on your mobile phone. That is the first question. It may ask for verification. Okay. If you continue, okay. If you get it, try to enter the details there. I'll tell you what password you have entered there. Don't enter your correct password, guys. Enter anything. Your email ID, your password you enter. I'll try to show you. Sitting here, I can tell you what username and passwords you have entered with your IP address, your location, everything. Of course, IP logger was giving location. Now I can show you the password also, guys. That will be possible. Guys, you can try to click on it and try to enter some details. Some of the guys. Is the page opening? That's the first question. If the page is opening, you need to be very, very careful, guys. Yes, I started getting the password, guys. Somebody's entered the password. Here, generally, I will get generally a jackpot sound. Whenever somebody enter the password, I'll getting some sound there. So you enter some username and password, guys. If your page is not opening, maybe some blocking, some security, maybe on the firewall or your computer is blocking the page, guys. It is a good thing. But if the page is opening, then is a you need to be on the risk, guys. So what is there? I'll try to show you the guys, the page who has opened it. What is available? I'll try to show you here. Oh, today this many guys have entered the password, guys. Can you see here? 8th May, today's date, guys. Somebody's entered his email ID, username, password. Can you see here? And not only that, I can see your IP address also, guys. What are your IP addresses is available, guys. So phishing, I think the guys you can see the guys who have entered their username and details, they enter username and password. They can see their details here. Correct, guys? These are the details you have entered. So what I'm trying to highlight is phishing is to fool the user and get the password. How it is going to work, we are going to discuss in detail in your tomorrow's session, guys. So tomorrow we are going to remotely get your password. Second important thing, can you tell me what is the use of Wi-Fi, guys? Uh, uh, what is the means? What is the use of free Wi-Fi, guys? How many of you uses free Wi-Fi? Yes, guys. Are you using free Wi-Fi at your railway station, airports? next time onward, guys, be careful, guys. Never use free Wi-Fi's. Because when we come tomorrow's session, I can also say that if somebody, I'm show you one option that remotely somebody can get your password. Tomorrow I'll also show you that somebody, if is there in my organization, I can also get my password in that case. So we'll try to see that how public Wi-Fi's can be dangerous in real-time scenario. And sometimes they don't allow VPNs. So that free Wi-Fi with VPN is okay, but sometimes they don't allow VPN. If it's a public Wi-Fi, VPN means what, you're hiding it. Why you're hiding? You're doing something illegal. That's why you're hiding. So they block VPNs on the public Wi-Fi's. So if public Wi-Fi's are there and you are only sending the detail directly, somebody can capture your password. So if somebody is in your LAN, some network of your LAN, he can also get your password. So without coming to your computer, till now I told you from your computer somebody can get the password. From server he can get a password. Now I'm saying what? Remotely he can get your password, you will give it. Or when you are accessing some browsing internet website or something, somebody can get that password also in that case. How it is possible, that we are going to discuss in a further discussion tomorrow. Clear, guys? And tomorrow we'll also start a little bit of malware also. Tomorrow's discussion is phishing, sniffing, and malware. We'll discuss phishing, we'll discuss sniffing, and malware. If we got a time, we are going to start off with malwares also. The basic intro of the malware. Next day we are going to continue it. Most probably our session will go up to Tuesday, guys. The first module is going to complete most probably on Tuesday, guys. The 12th is when we are going to complete our module. Okay. And maybe from 13 onwards, we'll be continuing with the second module, guys. Okay, guys. Any queries or question, guys? And one very important thing, guys, kindly register on that material link, guys. Because if that link is used for your voucher also. Varsha, you need to also register on that link. This is not for password capturing, guys. It's only for the material. So you try to enter this link, all of you, then only you will receive the exam vouchers. Siddharth, I think Varsha, the guys who have not registered, kindly register. Then only you will be able to getting the vouchers also. Okay. Enter your details properly. Then only the voucher will be released on the same email ID. Don't enter the fake ID email IDs, guys. Of course, for other registration, you can enter it. Here, you enter the fake ID, then you will not receive the vouchers, guys. Okay. Any other queries or question, guys? Hope you are enjoying the session, guys. But a very important note, guys. Don't try over the internet, guys. Whatever you want to do it on your laptop. The whole setup is available for you. Practice everything on the laptop. It will work for you. Okay. Any other queries or question? So here I'm ending the today's session, guys. Tomorrow we'll discuss with the things what we have told about here. We'll discuss how phishing works. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. Good day.